Greetings, fellow travelers and eavesdropping robots. Anna here, coming from my kitchen table outside of Santa Fe, New Mexico. And I'm going to take a little departure from exact comparison of the Dark Night of the Soul to what's happening in the collective right now, although everything is tied in and relates. There's a lot going on astrologically, as we know. The energies are quite intense. And it's reflected in our experience of reality, whatever that is. And and that's at the personal level as well as at the level of the collective. There's so much uncertainty right now. You don't need me to tell you that, that's for sure. But I've been reflecting deeply on rest and our connection to the earth, our nature connection, and how that can really bring us through these very deeply uncertain times. And I really needed to take some extra rest this morning instead of just diving into this talk. I needed to just be very still, very quiet, and actually horizontal on the couch after walking the tunes. So, and what I felt compelled to do was do a little bit of free writing. And I really feel like when I do this kind of free writing, it's bringing in something like higher than myself. It's more than this is not my little mind putting words together, and that's not to disparage the little mind, but rather just to say that this is coming from something outside of me, and it's coming through me. And it also, of course, deeply relates to my own personal experience, but I know that it really relates to what's going on out out there in the great big world out there. And so I've titled this Resting in Restlessness, and I'd like to read it. It's an ode to Uranus. Um, so here goes, and I'm just going to read off the page. It's not something that I can memorize or anything like that. But despite the weariest bones and tenderest muscles, I cannot rest. Despite the knowing I need to, a body that wishes to, the mind will not say yes, will not acquiesce to the holiest of holy non-action. There is too much happening, too much to know, too much uncertainty, too many undone tasks on the list. There are mice in the garage. The roof is old. Last year's weeds still stand. The dead, the dead, the dead are asking to be pruned. Yet the breeze breezes by. The birds call to simply be, simply rest in the rhythmic hum of the dryer. Soon the sheets will be clean. Soon the dog will wake. Soon a meal will need preparing. The whole world carries on, no matter how much rest you need, no matter how much you give yourself. But how can you rest when the world is on fire? When you don't know what may come of Uranus dancing cheek to cheek in this cosmic encounter with Neptune and Pluto? We've never been here before. We've never seen this movie. Let's make popcorn and let's stay up late. Let's see how it ends. But the body needs rest. The mind needs a break. It's all just too much to try to figure out a plot that has not yet been written. So let it all go. Put feet to earth. Let the bird's song filter through the webs of control you've spun to keep yourself safe. The Great Mother is here. She is here. Can you hear her humming that lullaby? Your favorite one, the one that always brought you such sweet comfort, humming you into that tender surrender. So last night, as I was talking to God, this universe, spirits, angels, whoever it is that is inspiring this Sunday series that I started in January, I was called to pull a card from the goddess deck. Um, It's over there, and I forgot to put it close. I can't remember the woman's name. De St. Croix is her last name. She's here in Santa Fe, and she has a beautiful round deck of cards. And the card that I pulled was Pachamama. And this was specifically pulled for us and our time today. Connect with me in the wild places. I am your home. Feel the comfort of being supported by the earth. Draw strength from that anchoring. As the world continues to appear to devolve, and I don't know enough to know if it's actually devolving or if it just appears to devolve. I don't really know. And we have to really consider what we mean by the world. There are a lot of different ways to define our experience right now. Is the world the planet? Is it the spirit of Mother Earth? Is the world the um, the construction of society and culture, the construct of all of that? What is the world? Anyway, that's I could just digress into a whole philosophical conversation about that some other time. And it should be a conversation, not a monologue here. But we don't know what's really happening out there. But the one thing that we do know is we can step outside. We can put our feet on the grass. Even if you live in New York City, you can find a park and you can find a stone, you can find a tree, you can talk to your houseplants. Find ways to connect with nature, whether that's through the foods that you eat, the herbs that you take into your body. Talk to them, let them talk back to you. We don't know what's going on right now, and it's got the potential to be very deeply unsettling. We don't know what's going on right now. You don't know. And anybody who says that they know, they don't really know. And the reason why we don't really know, no matter how convinced someone is that we're building something right now. We're tearing down at the same time that we're constructing. And we don't have the full blueprints. The one blueprint that we do have that has served humanity since forever is the blueprint of love. It is the blueprint of compassion. And that is the only thing that we can know that is real and true. And that is the thing that we can cultivate. Okay, maybe it's not the only thing that we can know, but it's an important thing when we're talking about, is the world falling apart? How do I control this narrative so that I can feel safe? The thing that can make you feel safe is love. The love that you can experience from and through your relationship with nature, the love that you can experience from and through your relationship with other creatures, be they lizards. We've got lots of lizards here in New Mexico, whether it's your beloved fur babies or your neighbor's fur baby if you don't have your own, whether it's the clouds overhead, whether it's the breeze kissing your cheek. Find the love in the world around you. It's there. It's coursing through the fabric of everything. It is indeed the fabric of everything. And it's available to you. It's available to all of us right now. And that is what we can cultivate and grow more of. And that actually is what's going to see us through. So that is the mission of these talks on Sundays, is to remind you that you are love, that there's more love in the field around you right now than you can possibly imagine, no matter what it looks like out there. So thanks. This is going to be a shorter one because, as if you might have heard, I need some rest and I need to let go and just be in the flow of whatever this day is going to bring to me, and be present and be listening to the bird song, be listening to the call of my heart, be listening to the tunes and what she has to say to me today. And so that's my invitation to you as well, is to be with. Many of us here in the United States have a 3-day weekend. It's the unofficial start to summer, and the energies are intense. So get out there and ground if the weather will support it. and you have means to. Find your way back to nature, to Pachamama, to the Great Mother. Find a way to rest in her embrace today, because in that embrace, you will feel that love. You will feel that connection. You will forget the myth of separation. And that's what we're here to do, is to forget the myth of separation, because separation is indeed a myth. And it is love that binds us to everything. So many blessings to you. Thanks for listening today. And go write your own poem. Just put pen to paper for 15 minutes. Find a line from some other poem that you really like, or a lyric in a song, or something that someone said to you, and just riff on it and just let it flow out and see what wants to emerge. This time of Uranus and Gemini is going to be very fruitful for writing, for creativity, for flashes of insight and epiphanies. We've got 7 years with this. It's going to be probably a pretty wild ride, but it can also be deeply creative. Even if you're one of those, I'm not creative. I don't believe that. Everybody's creative. Anyway, enjoy your day. Much love to you. Much love to you. Thanks for being on this wild ride with me.